I got my hair done today. It's pink, slightly. And in honor of getting my hair done, I want to talk about hair. Specifically 21 Pilots hair. Because for something that's popped up in 3 music videos now, you would think that this is something that's well talked about, and no, there isn't a lot of people talking about it. So I thought today might be a really good day to get into the significance of hair in the 21 Pilots lore, and what that may symbolize, and why does it keep popping up in music videos. So outside of the 21 Pilots universe, there are cultures that believe that hair holds on to negative energy. There was a whole TikTok trend of this, that hair holds memory trend. Because people think hair holds energy, if you cut your hair or change your hair, you are letting go of those memories. You are letting go of that negative energy and starting over. You are a blank slate. You're not carrying around that energy. And while this is a spiritual belief, the hair actually does respond to trauma. Like, for example, I had gallbladder surgery and my hair got messed up. But I think this idea of hair holding on to memories is something present within the 21 Pilots lore, and why Tyler or Clancy keeps shaving his head. Now, Car Radio didn't really get into this. It's just him shaving his head as sort of like a standalone thing, but I think even in that context, you can believe that Tyler is trying to be someone else, trying to let go of his past and just trying to start over. But the symbolism gets a little more on the nose when we dive into Levitate and Snapback. So let's talk about Levitate first, right? Levitate is a Trench song, and at the beginning of Trench, Tyler and Josh both shave their heads. Now, Trench as a concept is kind of a fresh start from what we had previously been introduced to. Blurry Face really dives into the negative aspect, the negative mental space you're in. And Trench is the opposite of that. It's that transition into a better mindset. So it makes sense that Tyler and Josh, or Torchbearer and Clancy, whatever you want to refer to them as, would shave their heads at the beginning of this era, because it's a new era. They want a fresh start. As they're moving towards this better headspace, becoming a better person, having that personal growth, it makes sense that they would want to let go of their past and start over. But I believe this symbolism gets even more obvious in Levitate if you think about what we had gone through when Levitate takes place. If you watched the Nico and the Niners video just before Levitate, you would know that Clancy has just escaped Dima and is being introduced to the Banditos at the Bandito camp. When he arrives, the Banditos shave his head. Once again, I think this is symbolizing a fresh start. Clancy is wanting to let go of who he was in Dima, wanting to let go of those memories of who he was that his hair might be holding. And so to symbolize a new Clancy, a better Clancy, the Banditos shave his head to give him that fresh start. He is no longer literally carrying that negative energy of who he was. He can start over as a Bandito. Now, I think going into Snapback, it's a little bit of the same concept. I think once again, Tyler is trying to let go of who he was, trying to start a new chapter, which this is something that he's talked about before, seeing his life as chapters. And you can see obviously that he tries to see himself as different people. If you see these characters that he creates, like Clancy, Blurry Face, all of those are him, but they're different versions of him. And so this idea of him shaving his head in order to become someone else, I think lines up with how he thinks and how he views his life. So I think the Levitate and Car Radio themes are in Snapback, but there's an interesting element to Snapback that the others do not have. The Snapback music video includes a reflection of Tyler as he's shaving his head. There is the bald Tyler, and then there's the Tyler with hair, which I can only assume is a different version of him, an older version, maybe the version of him that is currently going through the dark events that he is trying to let go of. And so we literally see a conversation between two Tylers, both having different hair. And so I think Tyler is trying to express, I'm trying to be someone else, I am trying to let go of this, I am trying to start over, and showing that through his hair. You can also argue, even though I think Tyler was just trying to have fun, that pink-haired Clancy is also an era, which is kind of me right now. I'm kind of Pink Clancy. Am I Clancy? I'm definitely Clancy. But you could argue that Pink Clancy is just another version, another way to separate himself from all the other versions of him. I don't know, this was just a quick, fun video, something that I had been thinking about for quite some time, and I just thought it's fitting to dive into today. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe to join the Groovy Graveyard. Shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You can check that out in the description below. I actually posted a bunch of repo clips on there, me playing video games on there, if you want to check that out, because I'm totally a good gamer. So I got scared. Oh, what? Dude, these freaking gnomes. And I will see you in the next one.